to cry in front of her. I've had to do that a lot. I'm not beautiful. I have a compromised immune system. Oh, that's not cool. I shouted at her and ran away. I don't remember what she said back. Something about using big words, I think. How stupid is she? Wow. She hates me. I do not know why, but she hates me. That's not why I'm allowed to go visit the ship plaza, though. Young-soo, the man who keeps telling me to call him father, said the same thing. He promised me that I would have a chance to leave soon, though. I don't think he was being nice, though. I'll write about him more later. Right now I have to go to bed or that woman will get mad at me again. Shunei, I'll just let you keep reading. Please let me know when you've read all the ones I just gave you. Okay. Compromised immune system. Holy hell. Are these people effing idiots? She has, okay, for those of you who don't know, a compromised immune system, that basically means she has no immune system. Her body cannot fight off any disease. It means that any small, tiny thing that, like say the common cold, to us, our body fights it off. Hers, because she has basically no immune system, she can't. That's basically deadly to her. The common cold is deadly to her, and she's going to get weaker and weaker until she gets like some kind of medicine or something, or some kind of treatment. And well, you saw what I read. Women's quarters. 10/3/319. Dear Diary, I got in trouble today, but for the first time, it was my own fault. A little bit at least. I still think sister-in-law was being crazy about it, but I should have known better. Now that I write that, it looks ridiculous. God, what is living with these people doing to me? The computer console in my room doesn't have anything in it. I don't just mean it doesn't have all the cartoons I brought from Earth or any of my books or anything. I mean there's literally nothing there for me to entertain myself with at all. Nothing. Find a gun. Find a gun. Load it. Point it at your head. And pull. That's all I have to tell you, sister. You're stuck in a house. Well, I mean, no, if you can find a gun with enough rounds, I'd say kill them. Because they're obviously keeping you captive. So I thought to myself that maybe sister-in-laws might be different and checked. It wasn't, so instead, I decided to go check in father's study. No snooping or anything, just looking on his computer for books. I had a thought that it might be bad, but my real father never would have gotten too upset. What could the harm be? I was in there for maybe 10 minutes looking for anything that was even written in Korean. There was nothing, by the way. Every single book, symbols that look like Chinese characters. Every single one. I think maybe something terrible happened in the past that made all the computer data get deleted and everybody forgot how to read Korean. Ugh. That's basically like say... that's basically like if all the computer data about English and about how to speak English was wiped from the world and we just started speaking French. That's basically... I don't think I'll ever find out why. It just sucks. Anyway, I was only in there for 10 minutes searching through the console when Young-suk walked in. I thought he was going to get angry, but actually he just acted like he was really scared. He didn't scold me when he dragged me out. He just looked really worried. I only got in trouble when he brought me back to his wife. He told her, "Do you have any idea where she was? She was in the men quarters looking through father's computer. Do you have any idea how he would react if he saw that? You're supposed to be watching her." She apologized repeatedly to him. I just didn't know what to say. I don't think sister-in-law did either. After he left, she gave me this really long and really awful lecture. Why would you go into the men's quarters? Why would you go looking for books? Why must you be so unfilial? Do you really not understand that you're a girl? So because you're a girl, because she's a girl, she's not allowed to go into the men's quarters. She's not allowed to go looking for books. She's not allowed to be herself? Okay, for those of you, cover your ears if you can't stand to hear bad words, because I'm about to say one right now. What the fuck? Seriously, I'm sorry, but seriously, I told her I didn't understand. I mean, of course I'm a girl, but I had no idea what she was talking about. When I told her that, she just lectured me more. I hate her so much. Okay, let's do this. Say, before we keep going, can I just interrupt you for a couple of minutes? Yeah, sure. Thanks, it's just, well, you're finding out so much about the Mugungwa, but I know absolutely nothing about where you're from. Oh, alright. It's not just that there's been nobody to talk to for centuries. I mean, I don't like that either, but the ship is all I really know about, and it's been disconnected from all other civilization for so long. So you're from the United Korean Space Probe Agency, right? Or I guess maybe a future version of it? No. Oh, I had assumed you were. Well, strictly speaking, only someone from the UKSPA would be authorized to access these systems, so I wouldn't be able to really help you if you weren't. So, obviously, I'm just must have made some mistake, right? You actually are? Oh! Yes, I am. Aha, right, that's what I thought. What I really want to know about is Earth. I mean, I'm sort of aware of it. I know it's the planet we all come from. But I don't really know anything at all about it. I have some ideas, but I don't think they're really right. But you know about it, right? I mean, even if you're not from there yourself, you know what it's like, right? Yeah. Oh, wonderful. I sort of understand the basics. Like, it's a big sphere that everybody lives on, and there's unimaginably vast amounts of open space. And you can only see the stars at night, right? Because the sky all just looks blue during the day. Yeah. All of this is just what I know from the Pale Bride. She never saw Earth. She was second generation, born on the ship after it had long left the Earth star system. But her parents were born on Earth, so she heard some stories from them when she was young, and I think they brought a lot of books and movies with them. I don't know, I'm just a little skeptical given that maybe she was just a child when she learned all that. Maybe she got mixed up. What can I actually ask in a yes or no question? I didn't realize how hard this would be. Well, alright, so the Mugungwa was originally supposed to be establishing a colony at some star or other 100 light years away. I know that. That was a really long time ago. Did other ships ever succeed where we didn't? Or is it just still Earth? No, there are other planets. I'm just gonna be in character. Ah, well, that's wonderful to hear. Oh, I know. Is it really true that on Earth seasons aren't just metaphors? Like, oh, this sounds silly now that I actually put it into words. But the Pale Bride seemed to think that winter wasn't just something that happened just to you emotionally. On Earth, it was when actually an entire part of the planet turned frigid. Yeah. Does this have any sort of bias in reality? Yeah, actually, yeah. Wow, my word, that's amazing. Seriously? That sounds like... I can't even imagine that. Wow, poor you. I wonder if there's a way I could download her. I'll figure that out later. What else was there? Oh, there was a city that her parents were from. I think it was called Pyongyang. They described it as being amazing. If you looked up, all you could see were huge bright white buildings as tall as 100 or more decks. And on the, I'm not sure the word for this. It means sort of the bottom deck? Anyway, they said at the bottom, the streets were lined with willow trees and the tops of the buildings had flower gardens. Have you ever been to that city before, or at least heard of it? I've heard of it! Really? So it does exist then? Is it really as beautiful as they say? Well, yeah, it is. Wow, amazing, just amazing. I'd love to see that. I'm downloading her. I'm gonna... If there's a way, I'm downloading her and I'm gonna take her to Earth. It's gonna happen. You know what it is? It just sounds so perfectly romantic. I'm not really... Well, you've seen what the logs talk about. I'm not used to things being romantic. It sounds nice. That's really my question, I guess. Is Earth worth being romantic about? Oh, hell yeah, it is. Well, I guess I've already wasted enough of your time with all my silly questions, haven't I? It's just, well, please humor me once more, then I promise I'll stop bothering you. Do you think I could ever see Earth? Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for saying that. Whoa! Did she just say... I could have swore it said... It just sounds so romantic, I'd really like to see it with you. Was that just me? And I'd really like to see it someday, thanks. Very well, I promise to stop wasting your time. So what did you want to ask me about? Right now? Nothing, because all at a time. So, alright, so we got a little bit about Hyunei. We got a little bit about the Pale Bride. We have a little bit about Mute, who got erased. And I'm in 24 minutes. So thank you all for watching. This is TSD0, one half of it. And I will see you all later. See ya! Hello everybody, TSD0 here, one half of it anyways. Now, officially timing myself so I know exactly when the 15-minute mark is up. I'm here playing, again, Analogue A Hate Story. I'm going to continue it. I just did the first thing of Block 4, A Pack of Idiots, where Smith Kyung Sam here basically is saying his family is going to hell. Not like in a religious way, in the fact that it's going to break down because they were covering the obvious and... whatever. Block 6, Dear Smith by Mute, the AI I was supposed to talk to. Smith Kyung Sam. I don't know why you insist in putting this all in writing when we could have just have a perfectly good conversation. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy to do it. Whatever you want, you're the man. I just think it's a little weird. I don't really get it. Oh crap, sorry. Anyway, as to your question, you're spot on about the Pale Bride being the focus of attention in the royal family. Not for the reasons you wanted though. I don't know where you heard those rumors, but they are so not true. That girl a troublemaker? No way, I don't see it. Like, it's not even convincing as a rumor. Okay, I'm starting to read this like a stereotypical blonde chick. You know what? I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it. That girl is like the most polite, most obedient person I've ever seen in my entire life. The idea of her fighting with her husband is completely unimaginable. In over a month, I've never heard, never so much as heard her raise her voice in disagreement. She's quiet, courteous, and does everything she's told without even the slightest hesitation. I'm sorry, but there's just no way you could possibly exploit any drama here. This is as undramatic a situation as it gets, especially not compared to what the situation with your cousin and that courtesan. Don't get me wrong, she bugs the hell out of me. The girl is just too perfect. She's young, she's beautiful, she's done more to the point of where I don't even think she has a personality of her own, but she also gets along perfectly with the queen. Of course she commands all the attention of the emperor. Like, can you blame him? I'm sorry, but there's no way he's ever going to be anything but extremely grateful to the Kim family for giving her over. Hey, wow, that even left a bad taste in my mouth. So, Smith Kyung Sam was apparently trying to get the Kim family in hot water? Huh. Wonder why. Oh, I can... No, go back. Hey, Hyunei, tell me about this, please. Oh, written by Mute? Whoops, I'm sorry. I don't really know how I got that in there. Yeah, don't pay any attention to that. Sorry, none of that really matters. I'll just go ahead and remove that. Really, I'm not normally this much of a klutz, I swear. Whoa, go back. What? Yeah, I know, just... Yeah. Oh, whoa, sorry, I just... You've heard that all already, right? I think I just repeated myself there. Sorry, I kind of tend to do that. Well, that's the problem with computers. They tend to respond in the same way to things. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't help it. I won't mention it again, but, well, here, let me change something to try to make things less confusing for you. If the Speak to Me menu item or the Show Message button is grayed out, that means I have nothing new for you. Hopefully that will help. Otherwise, it's just a weird quirk you'll have to accept. Sorry. Oh. Well, okay. That helps a lot, actually. Let's see here. Block 9. Kim Young-suk. When he died this year, my father was an absolute nobody. I don't say this to disrespect his honor. It's the complete opposite. He knew it, and that was a far worse fate than he ever deserved. It wasn't until I was maybe 16 that I even realized we were supposed to be from a noble family. Oi. Certainly we never had much of means. Father was a minor official in the interior decks and spent his last days dealing with minor peasant disputes. Of all things, peasant disputes. With the poverty we lived in, no wonder it never really sat... Wow, this game is going to bring out all my crappy things, isn't it? It's going to tell everybody that I can't talk. Yay! Of all things, peasant disputes. With the poverty we lived in, no wonder it never really sank in that we were of noble blood, not until I met the main family for the first time. They were proud, despite the fact that I now realized that they too were suffering from our same lack of loyal favor. But I could tell the difference. They hadn't given up. Their son was still alive at the time, and even though he was a child half my age, I couldn't believe his confidence. It put us to shame. Absolutely put us to shame. But their son died died later that year, and my father died just a few months ago. Boy. I didn't know what we were going to do, but Mother managed to convince Sister's husband to adopt me into the main Kim family. I don't think it took much. So now I'm heir, just like that. Kim Jung-soo's adopted son. Not that I have the time or position to be proud of, but having spoken sincerely with my new father, I think we're on the same page. I am going to study furiously, and I'm going to become a scholar official. What I didn't tell him was my ambition. I won't settle for any peasant jobs. I'll be better than that. I'm not going to stop until I manage to fulfill my father's dream, High Magistrate. Wow, that's... good luck with that, kid. I won't settle, I will not settle. I think Jung-soo expects me to disappointment, but I damn well will not. If I'm heir of the Kim family, I'm not gonna let him down. He wants prosperity, I'll give it to him. More importantly, I'm never going to let any other Kim son feel like his family doesn't get enough recognition it deserves. Never again. I swear on my ancestors, never again. Wow. Let's show it to her. Well, I suppose I could give you more about young Sok. I don't know. I don't think you'll really find him very interesting, but here you can see for yourself. Thank you. Actually, let's go back. Okay. So if I show you a pack of idiots, will you show me more messages? So here's the background, I suppose. There were two major noble families on the Mugunghwa. The Kims were the big one, as I'm sure you can see. Yeah. The Smiths were the other major family, but I'm afraid I can't really tell you much about them. They were the most important family on the ship until just before the end. The High Magistrate was a Smith until the very last year even. Wow. I can give you a little bit about them for reference so you could see who the Kim men... Excuse me, I'm sorry. Oh, I had a yawn for some reason. So you can see who the Kim men thought their big enemy was. The Smiths didn't really matter very much at the end, so I don't know much about them. I've certainly never met any of them, so I'm just going off what I've read. Here, this should give you an idea of what I mean. Thank you. Okay, so if I show her things, then she gives me new things. Marital Admonitions, Part 7, by Ja Hua. To the woman who will marry my husband. But please do not think that all of this is meant to say you will be unloved. You may be a second wife, but you are still the daughter of a noble house, and that is precious. That is a precious gift to the Ryu family. My husband has faith that you will bring him a son, and this means all of the world to him. Nor am I jealous, for you will relieve a heavy burden on our house, and for that I am grateful. Wow. She is very, very nice. Especially considering her husband is getting a second wife. As proof of his affection for you, let me share with you one secret, which I have been permitted to tell only you. In honor of you, my husband, in his capacity as Captain Emperor, has permanently changed his admin password to your birth name. Ooh! So all I have to do is just find out what your name is. I just have to find out what your name is, and okay, birth name, I have to remember that. I have to find out what his bride's name is. I have to remember that. My new sister, you will be brought into the Ryu family not as a mere lowly woman, but as a symbol of power in the inner chambers. You will not only represent the continuation of the Ryu bloodline by providing him a son, but your very name will represent the power of the captain's computer. Understand this, pale bride? Your duty may be great, but you will be loved. That can't be her name. Her birth name. What is her birth name? That can't be her birth name. A pale bride cannot be her name. Hyun, little help here? Of course, the last person to hold the titles Captain and Emperor on the ship was Ryu In-ho. Of which of the Captain Ryu's wives do you wish to know the pale bride? Very well. She wrote a lot, so this is going to be a tricky filter. I guess I'll just start at the top and I'll let you figure out what's important. Alright, thank you. Where is it? Hyunhae, Kim Young-suk, Pale Bride, Broken Promise. I know it's not much of a game, but I'm liking it. I really like it. The atmosphere is really like just mysterious. It's like it's inviting, just mystery. Dear Diary. Oh dear God, this is a diary. I hope she meant to show me this. If not, I'm in deep crap. Dear Diary, last week I woke up from cryostasis. Before I went in, Father promised me that when I woke up in the future, they'd have medicine again, that I'd finally get better, that I might not see him again, but his descendants will make everything right. But the future broke his promise. What? How? Usually when you go to the future, you have like... Sorry. That was dishes. Shut up, dishes. I'm scared and confused and I don't get what happened. I think there was a big disaster while I was in stasis or something. Everybody's so uneducated and stupid. Father and mother were kind of dumb at times, but the guy who woke me up, he might be named Kim, but he's nothing like them. Father was wrong. Nothing's better. The future sucks. The hell happened? The Pale Bride did keep an extensive diary. I'll try to find you some more entries. Oh. I'm allowed to look at them? Thank you. Anything else by the Pale Bride? No? I'm gonna keep reading her diaries then. Hang on, let's see. These are... Yes, they are there by date. Okay. Held prisoner, dear diary. Today I was forced to stay in the home all day. I didn't get to leave yesterday, or the day before that, or the day before that, or the day Jesus! Or any other day either. I want to write about how much the ship has changed since I was put into stasis, but I can't even see it. I keep asking why I'm being kept prisoner. Nobody will tell me. That woman who keeps bossing me around, she's awful. I'm dying here. I keep telling her I'm sick. That's why I was in stasis to begin with, but she won't listen. She just treats me like I'm a stupid kid. You're dying? Then what the hell? What? If somebody's dying, what the hell? I tried to argue with her. Look at how pale I am. Can't you see that I'm sick? I swear I'm not making up what she said in response. Why must you be so rude? It's not polite for a girl to boast about her beauty? Okay, I get that pale skin, you know, it might I mean, like, people who like vampires and stuff like that, yeah, they like pale skin. I mean, hell, I, you know, sometimes I'm with it. Like, Hyunhae over here, she has, like, kind of palish skin, and that's really cute on her, but seriously? Beauty? I tried not